Yo, 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 what is up? We back in the house. Guess what? Guess what? It is my favorite time of the week, Kris. You know why?
Why? Talk to me.
Because I'm gonna talk about blockchain technology, bro. Think about this, bro. I'm alive in the era of blockchain technology, bro. What the heck is this? I could have been digging ditches in the 1840s, but here I am, bro. I'm navigating things. I'm stealing your girl with Pepe coins, easy money. I'm gonna take your girl out with Pepe on Pepe's dime, baby. These freaking meme coins are like rental properties. I gotta love this, man. I've been writing about meme coins today in an academic way, and I just love these things, bro. I'm fired up.
My man, yeah, man. Can't imagine, way back in the day, we used to fight wars with sticks and stones, and nowadays we fight wars with meme coins. We buy pixelated images of cats and dogs and all sorts of dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's
Whatever it
exciting
takes.
live stream, dude. So
Yes,
much is going
sir.
on, dude. Like, before we get into like the main stuff of the pulse chain, which we gotta talk about, there's so much. God, I don't want to curse and get demonetized, but there's so much craziness going on with celebrities buying tokens, and then we got Politify going crazy, man. I mean, what do you think about the space right now?
Well, it just makes me think about meme coins, man. I mean, these big celebrities are jumping in. They have narratives embedded in their life. And this just goes to show the power of meme coins. I think meme coins are possibly one of the most important things in all of cryptocurrency. Look, I've said it once and twice, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. Crypto developers are great. They're geniuses. They're awesome. They build awesome things on the back end. Oftentimes they have problems with communicating what they're building or talking about marketing their products. This is something that meme coins actually solve in this space. And it brings your normal everyday user into something. People are not going to understand real world utility and AI coins right off the bat. They're going to understand something that's easy and that's relatable and that they might have even seen on the internet before. So I'm loving that all of these celebrities are jumping in, bro. It's giving people opportunity left and right. It's showing people where to concentrate financial energy and get that economic energy moving for them. So I love it, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that freaking of all people, Soldier Boy's now getting into this. Of all people,
Polish.
bullish Soldier Boy. Oh man, bro, I remember Crank that dude. It came out in like middle school or something crazy.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Hey
well,
man, that was the jam back in the day, bro. It'd be stage diving to Soldier Boy.
yeah, for real, for real. So before we get into Pulsion stuff, the one thing I will say, I talk to a lot of people about coins and stuff they have, and they never tell me about some crazy AI slash RWA token. It's always either Dogecoin or Shiba Inu on a Coinbase account. So the best way to think about this is if you got a stellar meme coin and it gets onto Coinbase, there's a good chance that's going to hit a multi-billion-dollar market cap. That's the formula for a meme coin going from a couple millions or 100,000 coins to a couple billions, and that's what we're seeing with Brett. But we'll talk about in a minute. But we gotta address the elephant in the room, my man.
Okay, let's
Pulse
talk about it.
chain. Pulse
Yes.
chain. I
Yes.
I have never seen so many crybabies in my life. I have never seen so many people complain on Twitter about Pulse chain again. It just feels like we're back. God, man, it was like 4 or 5 months ago when Pete Inotropo was going crazy and people just couldn't fathom it. So what's your thoughts on it?
I think these times are meant to break weak people.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what
I agree.
I
Um,
mean.
well,
From a very macro perspective and understanding of the ecosystem, knowing where we're at, understanding the power of Ethereum, understanding Richard Hart's uh, obviously maybe not even understanding fully what he's how he's leveraging Ethereum, but knowing in general that he's leveraging Ethereum for the benefit of Pulse Chain. Look, man, all the signs are there, all the signals are there, and this is a true testament of faith. I think right now in this capitulation point where people are exiting and people are getting broken out of this system, and that's fine with me. I think that this was expected to happen. I just don't know if we expected to see it so much and happen so many times over and over. So it's been tough. It's been hard being part of this ecosystem, but I think if you have true belief in what's going on, man, you won't get broken during this time.
Yeah, on top of that, we always talked about going into other ecosystems. That's basically the highlight of the Verse Crypto channel. Like we talk about getting into Titan X, we talk about meme coin plays, we talk about new innovative projects. Because if you think about it, if Pulse Chain's your main go-to, whether it's Pulse, PulseX, Incentive, or any whatever token on the chain, if you can go out and get into one of these meme coins, it doesn't even have to be like a low cap meme coin that just launched within 24 hours. It could be something like Brett that does a 20x and you take $100, boom, 20x, that's $2,000. Oh, whoa, I got $2,000. What can I do? Oh man, Pulse Chain's at a bottom, boom, I bought $2,000 of Pulse Chain right at the bottom. This is the strategy you got to run. You got to have like a list of, I would say, 5 to 10 coins that you have long-term commitments, and then just have like your medium short term. If something blows up, take some profit. If you have a high conviction on token, build your bag and then start selling your high convictions when everybody's going crazy and having yacht parties and trading pixelated images of monkeys and all this dumb stuff. So I can't address this enough, is that if you're still sitting on Pulse Chain and you're about to have an aneurysm, you should go out, go outside, touch some grass, and then check out new other blockchains, because the whole cult like mentality thing has just got blown out the window. Everybody's launching coin left and right. There's all sorts of dumb stuff going on. You might as well take advantage of this, because you're not going to have a bull market at this magnitude with this amount of money flowing in. Because if you're sitting on the sidelines and you're doing nothing, that is the worst thing you can be doing. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, you cannot be sidelined right now, and I think our premise has always been trying to roll something into something else. We're not going to sit around and let money sit like it sits in a bank. It's pointless. It doesn't look. DeFi returns are getting so scarily close to TradFi returns that we got to figure out a way to be into innovative things. And as things move in technology, things that are stagnant are no longer going to win, right? So if we know that the tech is there and that it's going to take place, have faith in it and move on and find new technologies that allow you to win, because every day there's going to be something created that's new that allows you to have an opportunity to understand the ecosystems more, understand like for instance, next 2 months ago, all you started hearing about was DPIN coming out. It just came out of nowhere, DPIN, right? So we've got to be able to be involved in these things as we continue journeying into cryptocurrency. You can't be stagnant, be a constant learner.
Absolutely. I agree. There's always something new you can learn, and there's always something you can get into. When we started this, we never had a bear market. If you guys were following our channel, following our Twitter, we were going around, I guess you can say, gambling or speculating on different stuff. And if you're viewing this channel, there's a good chance that you weren't in 2023 with the crazy bear market, and a lot of the guys that are now viewing our channel are newcomers. But back when that was going on, we would get into stuff and people sit on Twitter and yell at our faces about this. Well, not actually yell, but you get the point. And we would just sit there and speculate. People didn't want to talk about this coin, but they got into that coin. And then now it's just a free for all, which I'm cool with. I don't care. But the big point I'm trying to get across is a lot of these guys that are getting broken on Pulse Chain, they're launching their own like meme coin. They're putting out this project, they're putting out that project. And I mean, they are hypocritical because they were the ones attacking meme coiners like us from the get-go. And they're going to act like they never did anything. They're not going to act like oh, they were always on the right side, but in reality, they've always been on the wrong side. They didn't understand how this market worked. And the reason why they attacked us from the get-go is because they saw two kids that were just trying to make it in crypto absolutely crush it during the bear market. So I think the main takeaway I want to give to all you guys: don't follow the crowd. Don't listen to all the Twitter negativity. If your Twitter account has negative stuff about politics and all sorts of FUD and people saying that it's the end of the world and it's not like a joke, get rid of them, block them, unfollow them. make sure your Twitter account is tailored to high content. Me and Trey Souls, we share the Verse Crypto account. We just post whatever. Anytime I see someone say something stupid or make a crazy outrageous claim, I just unfollow them, block them, and they're out the door. It's that simple. So as for Pulse Chain, this is your opportunity. I'm going to tell you guys one more time. This is your opportunity to buy in very close to the bottom. If there's an altcoin that you like, now's the time to get in. If you just want more Pulse Chain incentive token, which I don't know why you guys like incentive token. I can't really wrap my head around it, but it's popular. If you like it, fine. If you make money, I'm happy. This is the time to get into it. So I think overall, man, it's a shakeout. 50 weeks to shake out the weekends was not a thing. It's going to be a little bit longer. And, some people are saying 75 weeks, but in my opinion, dude, then this is my prediction. I think Pulse Chain's probably going to run right around week 69. And that has a lot to do with Richard Hart's obsession with 369 that nobody talks about. Think about that. So
It's there. It's all these things are hidden in plain sight. So I'd be interested to see if your prediction comes to fruition. I like it. Right here, captured on live stream. I'm gonna hold you accountable.
yeah. Yeah, so overall, really good stuff. So cool. Now, I guess you want to get into some charts?
Rock, let's get it.
All right, cool. Let's just talk about where we're at right now, and then we'll get into some meme coins. Oh yeah, also we might introduce another meme coin at the end of this live stream, so you guys definitely want to watch this because we're going to break down a new ecosystem. Because we're always looking for that new. We're always looking for it. But first, we need to see what's crack-a-lacking. What's going on with Bitcoin right now? So basically, Bitcoin's just trading sideways. We had that inverse head and shoulder patterns that we told you guys about, and we basically came up and tested all-time highs. Now, just looking at what's going on with Bitcoin right now and just my overall thoughts, we're definitely trading sideways. The ETF inflows are affecting the price, but I don't like to get into the ETF stuff because, it's better just look at the chart rather than speculate. So some things that I'm looking at is the recent dumps on Bitcoin. And if you go back on the charts and you look at, okay, so how many days does it take to correct, and basically use this and extrapolate and try to predict what's going to happen in the future. What I'm thinking right now is from this local high, if we don't go up and start shooting up, there's a good chance we could trade sideways. And my thoughts are, because we typically have an average jump of 60 days, if we trace this out to about, I believe it was right around July 20th, July 19th, there's a good chance we might be trading sideways till July. And then that's when we might see some price action on Bitcoin, because based on all my chart indicators and what I'm looking at, the volume's dropping. We're having some more sell pressure. Now, another thing you can look at on the micro that a lot of people are pointing out on Twitter, and I'll just put it out here. And I think it's this is like one of the few times where people on Twitter are actually saying stuff I agree with. Now, if you just look at the daily alone, come on. Why won't you work? All right, is this happening again? Let me re-bring up the BTC chart, because for some reason, every time I screen share, it just doesn't want to work. All right, let's try one more time. Bro, what is this? Sorry, guys. I swear, dude, I'm going to pull up the chart. It's going to show all the lines I just drew. There it is.
Yep.
There it is. All right. So back to what I was trying to say before TradingView decided to have a panic attack on me. So what a lot of guys are saying is there's like a trend line coming out here. So you had a touch right here, came down, touch, came down, passed it, boom, 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 came up, retested. So right now we're at a very pivotal point, depending on where this candle closes. And so that's something to really pay attention to. And so if we close, I would say right below 67K, there's a good chance we might come back down and try to retest 59K. That's the idea. And if you want to really take this to a crazy, crazy indicator level, you can bring up the MACD. And so the MACD, moving average convergence divergence. I'm not going to bore you guys with all the hoopla. The one thing I like about the MACD is it's a great indicator on volume on the chart. So it'll tell you how much buy volume there is and how much sell volume there is. And so if you look at different time frames, so for example, in the daily, we saw an increase in the volume between May 20th and 21st. But since May 21st, we're starting to see a decrease, and then we're starting to print a red candle, meaning that we're having a lot of sell pressure. Now that's on the daily. Now, if we come out here to the weekly saying that you see these little red candles right here. It's saying that the sell pressure is increasing last week, the week before that, and the week before that. So the real question is, where will this candle close out on the MACD and also at the end of this week? So in my opinion, if we start getting below that, what I said, was it 69K or 67K?
59K.
No, no,
But
no,
you said
no.
we're gonna go to 59K
No, 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 no,
if we
no, no.
drop below 67. Right here at because it's right at 67 right now.
Yeah, 67K. So if we drop below 67K, by the end of the day, then we're probably going to come back down and start trading sideways. Now, I don't know if we're going to go down to 59K per se, but it's just a great indicator that we're not moving to the next leg up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like the MACD indicator. That thing is pretty nice. Showing me new tools every time I watch the verse, man.
Yes, sir. And so you have like an average trend line, just so you guys know. This little yellow line, it's the average of the buys and sells coming across, and then this green line shows the amount of sells in that period, and the red line amount of buys in that period, and the red line shows the amount of sells. So it'll adjust based on the buy and sell pressure. If there's more buy pressure, it's going to be a green line. If there's more sell pressure, it's going to be like a red line. And typically when you see these like little red dots right here being printed, it shows a trend reversal. So one thing that we saw right here was this line crossed over here with this red dot printed, and it's showing a trend reversal to the downside. And that's part of the reason why we're seeing such a massive drop in price in the volume. So, I mean, overall, trading sideways. Now, the one thing I will say that I forgot to mention, so let's get this out of here. Collapse panel. So I said, was it July 19th is what we're targeting for that 60-day time frame. So there's a good chance within this little period of time, we're going to be trading sideways. And then I would not be surprised if sometime in the summer, right around middle of July, we come up and retest that Bitcoin all-time high. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. We do have ETF inflows, but if it were to happen, I'm thinking middle of the summer. And if that were to be the case, that would be bullish, because if we just trade sideways, that means sell pressure gets exhausted. And then once we start to pump and more money comes in, we go absolutely ballistic to the upside. So anytime we trade sideways, that is a good thing. You see people capitulating. You see people getting out of the market. You see people saying, I'm done with this. And it's like this active faith test to solidify the holders and the believers just in crypto in general. Does that make sense?
Makes all the sense in the world, my guy. I love the breakdown.
Yeah. And then the last thing I want to point out, I don't want to give you guys that's my overall thoughts, but there is a possibility we could come down here, tap this, and then sweep right back up and touch this line as well. And if that happens, that would be extremely bullish, and that means we're ready for next pump. So that's on the daily. Weekly, still trading sideways. I'm gonna get rid of this trend line. So like I said, still trading sideways on the weekly, and then let's just take a look at the monthly real quick. Yep. So monthly we're green, coming back down, and now we're green again. So question is, where are we going to close out on this monthly? So overall, I think it looks pretty good. I hope it trades sideways, but if we start going, then I think we will have a left translated cycle, aka the bull market ends a lot sooner than expected. Bitcoin dominance. I've been excited to talk about Bitcoin dominance for a minute because I see a lot of people get in and talk about, oh, Bitcoin dominance breaking down. Now, there's two ways you can read this chart that I'm seeing. Let me get rid of this one. So some people are doing this like wedge, or some people call it pizza. There's two names for it. Some people are just doing a straight trend line like this, and they're saying, okay, we have an uptrend. If we break this downtrend, we're going down. That's the theory behind it. I like to do like the little pizza strategy, just so I can see it come up, bounce down, and then it can show you the change in dominance is slowly getting smaller, smaller, smaller. Now, what I'm seeing is we're seeing a breakdown on Bitcoin dominance. So everybody's screaming altcoin season right now, which is awesome because we're degens. When Bitcoin dominance breaks down, that's when we make money off of meme coins. But I want to make something crystal clear. Then this is the one time where I got to bring in some big event that's affecting this. The reason why Bitcoin dominance is breaking down is because people are piling into Ethereum in anticipation for the Ethereum ETF. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So as more people buy the Ethereum, that means we're going to see the drop in Bitcoin dominance. And this is a market. This is a news event affecting overall Bitcoin dominance. So if we just go back and we look at some of these candles where we were out of this trading range. So we got one right here when we had our first breakdown. And when we were out of it, we were doing it for about 10 days. And then this one's 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to really count that one. And then this one was about 9 days. So I think the safe thing to say is, traditionally, if you're 2 bars out, which is 2 days, then you can say that the pattern has been broken. But I would probably give this a week just to see how it plays out. And when I say a week, let's see how many days. When we broke out, hold on. Sorry, I am trying to do this right. So we have, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we came in, tested it, boom, and then broke out. Okay. So I would say probably by the end of this week, if Bitcoin dominance doesn't come up into this area and starts breaking down, then yeah, we'll probably have a breakdown and a possible altcoin season run, because the idea is because so many people are going to Ethereum, there's a lot more money, and the Ethereum dominance is going up, and that's why this is dropping. And there's a good chance that after the ETF inflows come in, then we're going to see this spike up and come back into that pattern. But overall, I'm not too convinced on this being an altcoin season per se. I would like to see a couple more days play out. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense, man. I like to see the difference from where it was last week, man. We weren't breaking out last week, so to see that thing coming down with the news cycle and correlating that directly with the news cycle is interesting to watch. I know some people are speculating on that being ETH or not, but either way, bro, that's why it pays to not just be a Bitcoin maxi.
Yeah, and I think the thing I didn't really explain well is, we came back down and then we had to retest this line. So we came up, touched it, and then we broke down again. And then now the question is, where are we going to come up? And we got I'm not going to speculate. We haven't closed out. Now let's just take a look at the weekly and see where we're cooking at. So on the weekly, it definitely does scream altcoin season breakdown. So you look at the weekly, depending on where this weekly candle closes out. So it could come up here, or if it closes out down here, that's also another great indicator. And then let's just take a look at the monthly just for it. Yeah, so if you just look at the monthly as well, we're still trading in that range. So that's why I'm saying give it a couple more days before screaming altcoin season, because I know crypto banter is going to be going to be like, altcoin season, oh my god, guys, get your dog coins. Like, I don't know if we're at that level, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, good stuff, man. Let's talk about Ethereum. See what's crack-a-lacking now. Still pretty stoked that we nailed the correction on Ethereum, which is awesome, because everybody was saying that it was going to break all-time highs, and I said they were FOS. So get rid of this. We don't need that. We already got our price prediction going on. So what's going on with Ethereum? Now, we had a bull flag coming down. We broke out of this, so we don't really need this bull flag anymore. So we broke out of the bull flag. So everything's looking pretty bullish with the news. And basically, we came up to about a magnet at 4,122. And we're coming back down and we're testing 3,612. So we're probably going to be trading between these magnets. Now, one thing that we do know that's happening very soon is we're going to have an ETH ETF inflow. And this gets into like just looking at the charts. This is like another event that I remember from Bitcoin. So I'm taking what I learned from Bitcoin and I'm applying to what could potentially happen on Ethereum. Keep in mind, this isn't solidified. When we started to see the Bitcoin ETF inflows, we started to see violent price to the upside. And if we just come back over here to Bitcoin, and I'll get to the point very, very quickly. So basically, I don't remember. Do you remember when the Bitcoin ETF was approved? Wasn't it like this? It was like January, right, or February? But right around January or February, I think it was like
January 11th.
Yeah, so basically what happened was when January 11th hit, we came up and we blew past the magnet and we blew straight to the all-time high just because of that ETF inflow. And everyone was so surprised because what they were thinking was this was just going to come up, touch here, come back down here, Buddha Bing, touch this again, and then do like a pattern like that. And they hit an all-time high in the summer. That was we just do the weekly. So it looks all right. That looks even dumber. Let's do the daily. Wow. All right, that does not look good. All right, whatever. But you guys get the point. So basically, we're gonna come up, touch here, come back down, touch here, and then come back up. So that was the traditional pattern. But we basically just blew past and it just started skyrocketing very quickly. And so the reason why I'm saying this with Ethereum is right now it looks like it's going to be trading sideways. It's got to come back down to here and touch 3,598. But when that ETH ETF inflow turns on, there's very well a good chance we could come up and start testing the previous all-time high. Well, the previous all-time highs, which was 4,400, and then also 4,842. So what I'm seeing with Ethereum is that we're in a very bullish pattern. This is very obviously a cup and handle. If you can see it on the daily, if you can't see that, then you need glasses because you're blind. And you do get a target off of this. And we did reveal our target in the last live stream, so you guys can go check that out. But overall, Ethereum is looking very bullish. I think it's going to trade sideways for now. And then once the ETF starts doing inflows, that's when the magic happens. Any thoughts on that, man?
Nah, bro. That's it, bro. I love just hearing these breakdowns every week. I'm always learning something from these technical breakdowns. So nice work, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And the other thing I want to tell you guys about Ethereum specifically, and you're not going to get this on a lot of channels. And shout out to my boy Goo God, awesome dude. We talked about this last night, but me and Trey had a theory about Ethereum. We believe Solana is being used to take attention from Ethereum in anticipation for this Ethereum ETF. We just didn't have the proof behind it. But now that the news came in, it turns out that is the case. And so what I do think will happen a lot sooner than you expect is we're going to come and test that all-time high very soon, because I believe Ethereum is like the chosen L1 behind a lot of these big corporations, and they were suppressing the price for the anticipation for the Ethereum ETF. Does that make sense?
And there's a lot more to be said about it, but you know what? You stop right there. That's enough. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, guys, ETH is no joke. ETH is it's here to stay, and really exciting times to be here looking at these charts in the position that they're in right now. Oh
Okay.
man, love it, bro. Love it, bro.
Good stuff. And the last thing I'll leave you guys with before we move on, a target. So we'll have to come down here, test 3,591. And if we go down a little bit lower, your next target is going to be 3,291. So these are good two levels to load up on. And then once we start moving up, our first test is going to be 4,144, and then we go test the all-time high. So cool. Altcoin season index. Let's freaking go, baby. Here, let me reset this chart real quick. All right, so why do I care about the altcoin season index? Because we need to see if we're in altcoin season, and right now this is saying we are in Bitcoin season. So we came up here. Is that Bitcoin? No, we were in altcoin season. Oh, hold on, I need to get the time frames. So this is in January 24. Everybody was going crazy. Boom, boom, boom. Broke down back to Bitcoin season. Then we came back up. So the question is, when will this come up? It looks like it's flagging out right now. So you can draw like a line right here and then a line right here. And so if we start breaking up, then that's when we'll see altcoin season. That's also another indicator why I don't think we're in altcoin season, is because if you guys saw the Bitcoin dominance in that breakdown, if we come over here to this chart, it says otherwise. So it's like two indicators. You're basically testing two things, because that's how technical analysis works. You don't use one indicator. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. So we got that going on. Where's the other thing I'll look at? Pepe, booming. Dog with hat, absolutely crushing it. Notice how these are all just meme coins. Shiba Inu's making moves, and then the Ton blockchain. If you guys don't know about the Ton blockchain, I'll keep an eye on that. If you want to get into meme coins, there are some really great meme coins on that one. So definitely really good stuff. Now, let's get into the meme coins, the fun stuff. I think the guys that you want to talk about. So check this out, my man. Actually, hold on. Let me check comments, and then we'll get into meme coins real quick.
Yeah, there's a lot of comments. A lot of comments. These guys are funny.
Were they talking trash?
They're always just talking, man. They talk so much they should have their own chain.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Coach X. What's up, man? Oh, I like this one. I want to respond to this one. This guy. Dude discovering MACD just now. The first one you usually learn. Hi, guys. What's up? I did know what the MACD was, so I just want to make that clear. What's up, John May? Good to see you, brother. All good stuff. I'm not gonna put that up there. Oh Jesus, man, you guys are brutal today. All right, I'm not gonna put any of this up, dude. YouTube's gonna take us down. All right, now let's get into the main stuff. Some big news came across. You know our boy Ivan on Tech.
He's always coming up with something. What do you got today?
He just tweeted out Foxy. Foxy up 12%. Why is that important? Why do you think that's important?
Why is Foxy important? Well, something big we've been talking about lately on the verse is Lina. I'm pretty sure that's where Foxy lives, is on Lina.
We were saying that if Foxy starts to run, that's going to be a great indicator that Lina is going to start booming. I have a theory that this might be a precursor for a potential Lina meme coin season. What do you think?
I mean, I think this is what we were talking about and what I've been filling out for about 2 months now. So, and maybe even further back, it was probably February we started looking at Lina. So, I mean, we're trying to lead you guys to water. We can't make you drink, but oh man, Foxy's gonna pump. We knew it. Foxy was the VC, and I think it means good things for some of the other things that we've talked about on this channel.
Yeah, and to be clear, guys, we're not in Foxy. We're using it as an indicator for the lineup pump, because Foxy's like at a $50 million market cap. So, yeah, Ivan Tech was like, what does the Foxy say? Bing, 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 bing. Jesus. So the main point I'm trying to get across is we might see another change start to pop off, and this is a great indicator. Lina is going to do its thing. So, yeah, man, let's jump into some altcoins and see what's crack-a-lacking. And then we got a new altcoin that Trey Souls is going to bring up at the end. So stay tuned in the end. All right, so let's take a look at Coinye. So Coinye not doing too well right now. I'm going to get rid of that. So looks like we're breaking down on that accumulation period, and we're going to go test our next price target. So that's 0.07491. And then the first one was about a penny. and then the low is going to be 0.00209. So what I noticed with these price targets is if you want to make an entry and load up, typically you want to buy a little bit here. I would probably say about like 40, 30, 30. So we hit our next price target 0.07491. There's a good chance we'll trade sideways for a minute. If not, we'll go back down. If it's like a doomsday scenario and touch right here. But overall, I think it's good loading up period. And we just need to wait for Memecoin season to hit base. Our on base change summer. Any thoughts on Kanye?
I was just wondering how this thing was doing today, man. I was just thinking about the celebrities, and I was thinking, man, it's only a matter of time before we're gonna see something go on with Kanye and this coin or something, man. This developer's a smart guy, and I think he's got some stuff up his sleeve. So, especially if base, if I mean, if you could ever maybe see this thing getting listed on base, I don't know, but that would be crazy. And that just goes back to the beginning topic that we talked about in the very beginning, that these influencers bring mass adoption to this. So these are not the types of things you want to fade. They got narrative embedded inside their life. So there's always a chance that these things can pop off.
Yeah, I definitely do agree. And just looking at the weekly chart, it's looking a little bit rough. But the question is, where is this going to close out? If we close out a little bit higher and a little bit in the green, that'll be a doji, which would be bullish. But right now, I mean, we'll be honest. Like we always try to be honest with you guys. Right now it's still a little bit bearish, and I do suspect it'll trade sideways. So, and it's also still at an $8 million market cap, which most meme coins cannot hold that $8 to $10 million cap market cap. Jesus, man, I cannot talk. Rat Pulse. All right, we got to talk about this, man.
Have to.
Yeah, so that definitely was not a bottom. So I'm gonna delete that real quick. Definitely was not a bottom. That was just a prediction. All right, so we just hit our bottom target on Rat Pulse, which was 4 zeros and a 4984. So that was our utmost lowest bottom target. There's a good chance we'll probably trade sideways there. And the question is, when is this thing going to start doing its thing? So, I mean, overall, I think we said in the beginning, dude, if you believe in this, now's the time. If you don't, there's nothing wrong with moving on. What do you think?
I mean, we say it till we're blue in the face, bro.
Yeah.
You got to understand, man. There's a lot of building going on. There's a lot of infrastructure being put into place, and if you can't see that it's being put into place and that things are happening with Maker Vaults right as this was launching, then you probably are not for this project. So that's kind of the harsh reality of it. But I think a lot of this has required faith in order to get to where we're going. So if you don't believe in it, you have to have faith in it, and that means you won't be wavering on it. You'll just stick with it, stick with your guns, and load up more in times like this. So not financial advice.
Yeah, I do agree. So, yeah, so it's just going to trade sideways. I mean, dang, man, this thing retraced pretty hardcore, dude. What was it from that top? What's the measuring tool? Let's just measure this thing out. What is it? So a 70% drop. So yeah, not too bad. Well, overall, I mean,
It's gonna form a massive cup.
Oh god, man. Yeah, that's what I was thinking right here. Like I thought this was gonna be a cup and then and then a handle right here, and then boom, and then that was not the case.
But look how much more massive this one would be. Whew.
Yeah, that'd been crazy. So still bullish on Pulse. Teddy Bear. All right, let's just look at Teddy Bear. Same thing, just trading sideways. To be honest with you, if Pulse Chain's not doing well, I don't think Teddy Bear will be doing well as well. So we're trading sideways in this on these two price ranges. We're right now coming down here, testing this bottom magnet. There's a good chance we'll start to come back up. As we said earlier, versus Rat Pulse, it's still gaining that price floor. If you guys look at the Rat Pulse version, you can already tell that there's a price floor being formed. And once Rat Pulse starts to move, this is another thing. So if you ever look at it in context of Rat Pulse, when rat pole starts to move, what's probably going to happen when it's like versus teddy bear, it's going to come down here and then it's going to come way back up here. So it's going to be like a swing. And that's what happened right here with teddy bear when rat pole started running. It went up and then came back down. And then teddy bear started running as rat pulse started gaining all-time highs, and then it started breaking down. So yeah, like I said, still bullish on teddy bear. Number one meme coin on Pulse Chain without
Number
a
one, let's
doubt.
go.
$18 million market cap. So good stuff. All right. It's about that time, baby. We got to check out our girl, baby. Our girl, Linda.
Oh,
Our girl, Linda. Let's
she's
freaking
looking, she's
go.
looking kind of irresistible right now.
Bro, check this out. So on past live stream, we give them price targets, right? We said, all right, your first target, 4 zeros and a 5. Your second target, 4 zeros and a 3-9. We hit it right on the dot. Look at that. Right on the dot. Came down, hit it, boom, bounce. And guess what? When I saw they hit that magnet, I loaded up on some more, man. I loaded it up. Like the stuff that we talk about, we actually do. This is what we do in our trading. And then
You
we
are
had
Linda.
and
I
then we
told you
had
she
the
was looking enticing, bro. I mean, I didn't
yeah.
even know.
Yeah, for real, for real. So, and then we had the doom and gloom target. So, didn't test that. So, we are bouncing hard. This gets into Foxy, man. I think what's happening is the momentum's going through Foxy, and people are going to come over here and speculate on Linda. You know what I'm saying? So, the daily looks good. Let's look at the weekly. So, if we close out green, that's going to be a doji, right? And that's a doji, that's going to be really, really bullish for the following week, and we can expect some pretty awesome price action. So right now, what I would love for this to do is come up here, test this, come up a little bit, test it back down here, come up, and then just W on out. That's what we're looking for. Nice big old W. See that little W coming across? That's what we're looking for. So, like I said, our girl Linda, man, always looking good. I personally think this is going to be the number one meme coin on Lina. What do you think?
I couldn't agree. I think this was the first gem I found on Lina, bro. So I'm sticking with my guns. She's my first love, and I have a thing for Linda. So it's tough talking about her so many times throughout the week, bro, without actually getting to see her. So yeah, I'm excited, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other thing I want to say is if this bullish engulfing candle closes out in the daily like this, that's going to be extremely bullish, and that could be a great indicator of a trend reversal. So, man, dude, Linda's looking pretty juicy right now, if you know what I'm saying. Scrolly, oli, oli, oli. Number one meme coin on the Scroll network. Let's see what's crack-a-lacking with this one. All right, so it looks like it didn't really like this ascending triangle too much, so we got to get rid of this. It didn't break out of it. It's break. Actually, wait a second. No. I'm sorry. I jumped the gun. My man. All right, so we broke down out this ascending triangle, came up, touched it, came back down, came up, touched it, broke down. So we need one and then another candle. If we come back in, it's still going to be bullish if we come back into this pattern. But if we break down a little bit some more and trade sideways, it might be bear. So, there is some hope for Scrolly, but overall, the chart's trading sideways. And I mean, I have a great feeling that the Scroll network start popping off. Any thoughts on Scrolly?
I think watch these things as the altcoin season index indicator gets up into the area where we want it, man. I'm a like it. I'm a like to come back and look at these old streams on Scrolly when he was trading sideways.
Yeah. So some price targets. If we start moving, of course, we got to hit that. Was it 4 zeros and a 2? But then we got to come up here and test the all-time high, which is about 4 zeros and a 3. And I mean the local previous all-time high, and then the actual all-time high, which is 4 zeros and a 4. So those are your price targets for Scrolly. All right. Where are we going? What's the next one we want to look at? Beardy, baby. Beardy. The Satoshi Nakamoto coin. I mean, no,
Ryoshi.
right? Yeah, okay. My bad. I messed that up. Ryoshi coin, not Satoshi Nakamoto. I guarantee you someone's going to clip that and say Satoshi Nakamoto made this just because I said that. All right. What's going on with Beardy? So it looks like we tried to form a cup and handle and we just got rejected so hard, just like LeBron James in the national championship versus the Golden State Warriors. Ooh, too soon. All right. So this is what we were thinking. It was going to come up here, but we actually got flat out rejected. Now, as of right now, we got to come back down and we got to test out that 0.035 level. So if you want to get into scrolling, not financial advice,
Beardy.
Beardy, sorry. If you want to get into Beardy, not financial advice, you're going to have an opportunity coming very soon at 0.03542. I'm not really sure if it's going to come all the way down to, I'm going to higher this a little bit. I'm not sure if it's going to come down to 0.02347. That is a possibility, but we need to come down here, test this out, and then go from there. But overall, the chart does look really bullish, and I'm still bullish on Beardy across the board. It's just a matter of where this daily candle closes out. Any thoughts on Beardy?
The Beardy Troop on Twitter, or I'm sorry, X.com. The Beardy Troop on X.com is like no other. I've seen that, I think, more than anything else on my feed lately. Obviously, just had that super sick run up, too. So this thing's got wheels, boys. Wheels,
Yeah.
no doubt. Don't fade this one. Not financial advice.
Dude, I swear, man, every time I put out a tweet about Beardy, dude, they go hard. And oh yeah, they have like 25 liquidity pairs or pools on different dexes. 25. And they're also doing it with other projects. Like this team, these people are freaking legit, my man. So good stuff. PTGC. All right, we got some stuff about PTGC we need to talk about, but it's actually breaking out right now, which is pretty surprising. Well, not surprising. I think PTGC is going to get into the hundreds of millions of dollar market cap, but with Pulse Chain being down and it's starting to break out of this wedge, we got a nice little green candle printed yesterday on May 28th, the 28th. And now we have another one. So the question is this going to come down, test back down here, or is it just going to break out? So we need to give it a day or two. I think PTGC is going to be one of the top altcoins on Pulse Chain. They have UFO. They also have was it Stimulus Finance DAO? They burned a bunch of LP between that. They burned LP between GME, which is like the Pulse Chain version of the GameStop people. So I mean, honestly, man, the liquidity web on this is awesome. The amount of tokens in a burned LP web with this project, I think the dollar amount's $2 million. So if it 100x's, the entire ecosystem is going to be worth 200 million. If it 1000x's, it's going to be worth $1 billion. Think about that.
Yeah, PTGC is lovely. I think what he said something yesterday, 13% of the supply burned already. Dude, this token is the token that got me like absolutely hooked into crypto. This token right here was the token that showed me what crypto was all about. And so shout out Coach X for building this awesome ecosystem right here. Loving the new memes that surrounding this too. This wedge is perfect. It's been falling perfectly in line with the wedge that Kris put up there several weeks ago, and really happy to see that little green inspiration candle coming out of there. It's looking like it might fire up, which gets me super hyped.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a breakout, so it's looking good. And when Pulse Chain and here's the other thing. So UFO is like another. It's kind of like a yield farm. I don't want to go into details and bore you guys, but when they launch UFO, you can create LPs between like PTGC and like Hex and all these other tokens, and you can like earn Pulse off of it. What's crazy is they launched that at the Pulse Chain local bottom. So think about that. When Pulse Chain starts running, UFO is going to go crazy, and then it's also going to really propagate PTGC. Now, this is the big thing I want to show you guys. I know I keep doing the Wrap Pulse chart, and there's going to come a time where when we look at these charts and Wrap Pulse goes, it's going to have that weird pattern where it's going to be like this, and then it's going to go like this, and then it's going to shoot up versus Wrap Pulse. That's how it usually happens. You can see in the past right here. But the main point I'm trying to get across is What was I trying to say? So the main thing I'm trying to get across is when you look at PTGC, it's creating a price floor versus Rat Pulse, and then UFO is also starting its price floor at the bottom. So what this is going to do is it's going to really accelerate this ecosystem, and it's going to add a lot of volume and value through PTGC. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, bro. I'm loving all the webbing, high tech, new applications of DeFi. This is super sweet. And tying in memes, you've got to tie in memes. If that doesn't speak, I don't know what will.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So yeah, as always bullish on PTGC, one of my personal favorite projects, and with Trey Souls. So good stuff, man. So let's exit out of that. All right, so PTGC, Dumble. Dumble took a hit, a little bit of a hit, had a little bit of a correction. So they're trying to recreate an Atropa web, broke down a little bit. There's I believe the Solana volume dropped because of what was going on in Ethereum. So in my opinion, what's probably going to happen is we're coming down right now and we're testing out this magnet about right here. So we're trading at this magnet. So that's one price target to look for. Another one we could look for is just coming back and testing this other low right here. And then we have to come back up here, test this magnet, and then we have another magnet across the board. So overall, I think Double still got its thing going on. We got a cross chain bridge straight to Pulse chain, and this is going to be the main token of this ecosystem. They have Cholo, they have Harry Potter, they have Shilbo Baggins. So it's like a bunch of memes paired up with other memes to build a price floor. So I do think Dumble is going to do his thing. It had to have a little bit of correction because we had how many green days do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, so 15 and then correct. What does it look like on the weekly? I keep forgetting to do higher time frames. Okay, so yeah, so the weekly doesn't look too bad. So it came up, tested it, and the question is, where's this going to close out on the weekly? Daily, coming in, test down here, could potentially W on out. So, okay. But yeah, man, absolutely still love Dumble. Awesome. Last one. Pinos, the weirdest token I've ever seen. God. Uh, all right. So just like the rest of the Solana tokens got slaughtered, so did Pinos. And so Pinos came back down. It looks like this was a head and shoulders. So we got the head right here. We have a shoulder. I'll just draw it out for you guys. So we have a head. And then we have a shoulder right here. So head and shoulders is a very bearish pattern. So that means it's going to go down. So head, shoulders, and then boom, we shot down. And let's just look at the target real quick. I think you have to go to like the neckline. Yeah, so it came down. Yeah. So it came down. So the question is, there's a magnet coming up. So right now, where's it trading close to? So there is a magnet coming across here. I'm gonna bump this up right here. So right now we're trading at about 0.009104. And the question is, when are we going to see a trend reversal? So is this right here the bottom of Pinos? I'm not saying it is, but if that is the bottom, we have to come up here, test out 0.014. We could bounce off of it and start W on out. But overall, with these types of meme coins on Solana, they're very volatile. I do still like the meme. I still think it does have another leg up, and I do think that there's a little bit more to it. Any thoughts on Pinos?
Yeah, man. True. That's tough. But I do see in the comments there, Takashi said, do I see a mini reverse head and shoulders at the end there? What do you think about that?
An inverse head and shoulders.
He said mini reverse head and shoulders at the end.
Yeah. So yeah. He's saying inverse head and shoulders. So he's probably saying right here on the 1 hourly. So what he's saying is this is a shoulder right here. This gets into the was it the macro? Yeah, so this is a micro. So this is at a very smaller time frame. So you can make an argument that this is a head, and then, well, I guess you can say this is more closer to a shoulder line. So we take the tracement up here to right about where the neckline is, and we start to see. Well, actually, I'll bring it up a little bit. We'll say it's like right there, and then we start to see a breakout. That means our target. Well, we have to go from the last day. That means our target. Oh, this is the hour. I'm sorry. Yeah. So in the next hour, our target is going to be 0.001420. So if we successfully go and complete the inverse head and shoulders and we come up here, we'll be testing 0.001420 within the next couple hours. Does that make sense?
Hey, that's cool. I've never seen it broken down on the hourly like that. So nice, nice. Thanks for doing that.
But keep in mind, this is the hourly. So, when you look at the macro, um, it's a little bit more solidified. But when you go in a very smaller time scale or time frame, since there's a lot of trades coming in and whatnot, it's less accurate. Does that make sense?
Of course.
Yeah. So on the 1 hourly, it looks good. 4 hourly, we do see a nice little trend reversal. And then on the daily, the question is, where are we going to close out? Now, what I want to see on the daily, and this is a big thing that I'll point out here, if we can close out higher than 0.001145, then that would be a bullish engulfing candle, and that would indicate that we're at the bottom of Pinos, and Pinos is ready to do its thing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, love it. It's
And
getting
then,
close. It's looking like it may have a chance.
yeah, and then this is just the weekly. Came down, touched down here. Yeah, and then we had to come back down. So yeah, so I still think it's looking pretty bullish. I still think we got a little bit more to it. It's great meme, great community being formed. So good stuff. All right, man. Well, you have a new meme coin that you want to propose to the crowd, guys. And first off, shout out to Trey Souls, because this guy finds gems left and right. So he wanted to tell you guys about a new meme coin that he found, and I'm excited to present it to you guys today, our loyal following.
Yeah, yeah. So today we're gonna be talking about do you have the website pulled up for Core? Are we looking at Core first, or are we just going into
I got right here. Go for it.
so Core, guys, check it out. DApp secured by Bitcoin, built with EVM compatible smart contracts on a Bitcoin powered blockchain.
You
Yo,
you want me to explain it? The what core
please.
is? All right, I got you. All right, so
I'd love for you to.
all right. So basically, if you guys have been following what we do, we've been looking at new ecosystems. And the one thing we look at is Bitcoin DeFi. Bitcoin, it has like a base layer. It's great for transactions, but you can't build dApps, you can't build games, you can't build meme coins on top of it. I'm not talking about runes and ordinals, because that congests the blockchain, and it's very confusing. But Core is another layer 2 being built on top of Bitcoin. And the reason why this is a very interesting layer 2 scaling solution is it has a different approach to approving transactions off chain. And basically, what Core was able to do is create some really innovative technologies that the Bitcoin community actually really likes. Number one, you can actually stake your Bitcoin in your wallet and earn Core tokens. That means you don't have to send it to a smart contract or address or whatever. You can hold your tokens in a time lock stake and you will earn Core tokens. The reason why this is important, if you're a Bitcoin miner, you're waiting for the halving. A lot of these guys shut down. And so this is another stream of income where if you have a lot of Bitcoin tokens, you can earn passive income. On top of that, Core has a partnership with 60% of the Bitcoin miners to run their proof of work and proof of stake layer 2 scaling solution. So they're working with Bitcoin miners to implement their ecosystem so that they can build out dApps and all that good stuff. And so when we looked at Core, we started to realize, like, wow, they're giving Stacks and Merlin Chain a run for their money. And the crazy part about this is they did I believe it was a fair launch. So basically, there's no VC funds, there's no insiders. They just launched the project, and anybody wanted to get in could buy in and purchase core tokens. So the best way to explain core, it's basically a layer one blockchain built on top of Bitcoin that utilizes the Bitcoin network for security, but also has its own blockchain to run dApps and games. And in our opinion, because a lot of these Bitcoin guys are gaining traction behind it, it is a developing ecosystem that could potentially blow up in the next couple days or weeks. And in my opinion, if this thing blows up, meme coins are going to run. And I believe my boy Trey Souls found the number one meme coin on the core blockchain, because when we get on these new blockchains, we find the number one meme coin. We don't buy 5 of these things. We buy the number one. What do you think about that?
I think you're 100% correct, man. And this is where I think it gets easy, right? For me, I'm not the most technical guy, but when I come in and I see core, I see decentralized applications, I start looking into core blockchain, and I see, and correct me if I'm wrong, if this is another project, but is there a DAO attached to this as well?
Yeah, core DAO, core DAO.
Okay, so that was the first thing that stood out to me about this project. I called Kris. He immediately digs into the finer details, and I'm working on meme coins. Why? That's the easy way to go about it. So we know, okay, this is going to be a viable chain in the future, layer one, layer two, layer zero, whatever the chain is. Now let's go look over here. Can't give you all the secrets as to how we find things, but we will share with you today Pumpkin Cat, right? So this
I'll bring
has
it
got
up.
to be a no-brainer, right? You're looking for these cat coins and these dog coins. Why? Because they're the most domesticated animals of all time. People are always going to love cats and dogs. Okay, they're going to be some of the most attractive and easiest things for people to buy from the beginning. All right, and we can see that Pumpkin Cat has already had some interesting volume, which is what brought me to the core chain. And specifically, I saw a random spike in volume one day, and then just started digging into these memes and found the old Pumpkin Cat. And this thing is pretty awesome, bro. So, do you want to talk about Pumpkin Cat a little bit?
Yeah, I got you, man. Yeah, so basically what our strategy is we don't buy the native chain token. The only native chain token we ever accumulate is probably Pulse Chain and one other chain that we're not going to mention. But the main point is, when we get into Pumpkin Cat, it is a leverage play. We're saying that we think core is going to do well, so we find the next meme coin that's going to do well in the chain, and we like Bitcoin DeFi. We have some plays on stacks, but we want some more plays because Bitcoin DeFi is going to pick up. And to add on to what Trey Souls was saying, the reason why core is so important, this is going to be the first decentralized bank for Bitcoin. They're trying to create a decentralized way to earn yield on your Bitcoin when he was mentioning core DAO. So I want to throw that out there. But come back to Pumpkin Cat, man. Look at this thing. She's a cat and a pumpkin. Fair launch. Strong community. They've been listed on MEXC, major was it centralized exchanges already. It hasn't really been out for that long. This was actually a fair launch, no VC insiders and none of that uh, jumble going on. So I personally think I really like Pumpkin. There's a community being formed behind it. I also see a lot of the big guys actually making their entry into Pumpkin, which is pretty cool. Now let's just take a look at the price chart. So this thing came out on, what was it? April. Oh, it came out on 420. Let's go. So it came out on 420, Bob Marley's favorite day. And right here in this green candle, this was the MEXC. This was when they announced their launch on MEXC Global. And then after that, it did a little bit of a correction and it's finally bottoming out. And what's really great about what me and Trey do is when we give you guys meme coins, we give it to you when they bottom out. We don't give you meme coins when they're up here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't give them to you when they're up here. We give them to you when they're down here. When they're down here. This is where we give you these meme coins. So now that this thing bottomed out, in my opinion, not financial advice, it's a great entry. It's a cat coin. We haven't seen many meme coins on the core blockchain, but we're starting to see more getting launched. And in my opinion, with this thing sitting at what was the market cap? 200K market cap. That's nothing. A 200K market cap. This thing has the potential to do anywhere from a 2 million to a 200 million, depending on how popular core gets. So this is going to be one of your gems that can do anywhere between a 10x to a 1000x. And those are the coins that we're looking for. So I really like Pumpkin Cat. I like the following. Oh yeah, let me show you guys the Twitter too. That's the other thing I also like about this one. Check out this Twitter. It's got 11,000 followers already. 11,000 followers, and it's only a 200K market cap, and they have some of the craziest engagement on Twitter across the board. So yeah, man, Pumpkin Cat, when you get a chance, check it out. So good stuff. So awesome, man. Well, that's all I got. You got anything left over?
That's it. All last thing I'll say is be careful over there on core because man, I've had a lot of rug pulls. So obviously that's rug pulls on every chain, but that's why you got to come here to get the alpha from us. And we're digging through these things and finding it out for you and doing this journey together. So thank you guys for listening today. And Kris, that's my final thoughts. What you got?
Yeah, no, that's it, man. Also, I just want to say a quick shout out to our boy Damien. I haven't seen him in a minute. Hope you're doing well, dude. Shout out to you, man. Hope your family's doing well, dude. Absolutely love you, dude. Not seeing my previous message. Check out Stake Deeth on Pulse Chain. Yeah, I saw that running. I think we'll do one in the future. Let's see what else we got. My boy Takashi Wildcard, man. I love this dude. Shout out to the homie out there. Shout out to you, my man. Good stuff. So good stuff. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. Awesome live stream today. You got any meme coins, any that's juicy sauce? Put it in the chat down below. And thank you for the support. And we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, y'all.
Smash that like button.